Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the next lesson in the Su-25T Cadet Series. This time we're going to take a look at the guided rockets/missiles. We are going to take a look at the laser-guided and TV-guided missiles. The anti-radiation missiles is for another lesson. We have here on the left S-25L. The L stands for laser, and that means it is the S-25 rocket with a laser seeker head coming from, as you can see. Next one is a Cadet 29T, and that means the Cadet 29T for TV guided. That means that it is guided, but it is to see what the missile sees through the TV head. And one advantage of that is that it is a launch and leave weapon. So after you launch the weapon, you can break away and make evasive maneuver. Therefore, it is a very good missile against highly defended targets and air defense targets. Next, you have the Cadet 29L, that is the Cadet 29 missile but with a laser seeker. And lastly, you have the Cadet 25ML missile, and that is laser guided Cadet 25 missile, just like on the Su-25. Please note that when using laser-guided munitions, you need to keep the laser pointer at the target all the way from launch until impact. If you move your laser while the munition is in flight, it will move with it. That is a advantage actually above the TV-guided. The TV-guided can only hit stationary targets. Laser-guided will follow the laser dot or the laser return spot, and therefore you can use it against moving targets. But the TV-guided is a launch and leave weapon, and the laser-guided is a constant illuminated munition. So let's go to air-to-ground mode, and as you can see, the 25ML, Cadet 25ML on the leftmost pylon. Switch weapon to the 25L, that is the rightmost weapon, and 29L, it is the innermost weapon, and 29T is the innermost weapon. I always like to use the heaviest weapon first, because that makes you much faster, much lighter. The targets you're using these for, the Cadet 29 is used for bunkers, heavily fortified targets, heavy concrete buildings, bunkers, underground bunkers, ammunition storage, aircraft shelters. Really heavy, including bridges. So the biggest target you can find, you can use the Cadet 29 for, both the TV guided and the laser guided. The Cadet 25ML is used for also bunkers, aircraft shelters, smaller bridges, pontoon bridges, targets you really want to hit far away. And the S-25 is also used, S-25L is also used against armored vehicles, runways, buildings, and so on. But the Cadet 29 for the biggest thing you can imagine, and the 29 for the biggest thing you can imagine, and 25 for everything below that. Just don't waste a 25 on a simple APC unless you absolutely have to. Okay, I have my target area 17 kilometers ahead. I'm in air to ground mode. I'm gonna switch to my EO, my squall. I'm gonna slow down to my target area. I'm gonna find a sweet, nice target. Let's see, let's go for the big radar side. Lock that. And the number in the lower right is the flight time of the missile as when you're within range. Right now you can see that on the HUD the range scale is currently at 25 kilometers. That means that this slide is 20 kilometers, 15, 10, 5 and 0. At this altitude and airspeed, I can launch the missile at 10 kilometers. The higher up you are and the faster you are, the further away you can launch the missile and the rockets also. So it is a good advantage to, if you know I'm approaching my target area in 50 kilometers, then climb as far as you can as the situation allows. It is very important to be close to level, wings level and horizontal flight when launching these missiles. I believe it is between plus 10 and minus 10 in pitch, and in roll it is very close to wings level. Otherwise you will not get the launch authorized. So, and also with the laser you of course need to have the laser turned on. Right now I'm on full throttle, climbing up of course, I'm climbing up. And as you can see, my maximum range is slowly increasing because I'm gaining altitude. And I'm now within maximum altitude, but you can see I do not have the launch authorized. When my pitch gets below 10 degrees, I will get launch authorized. Launch authorized. Press and hold, missile away. And since it is TV guided, I no longer need to maintain lock. Oh yeah, the number that is coming down in the lower right is the time remaining until impact. Oof, splash. The number to the left of that says 6.6 is distance slant range to the target. I now have much more weight on my left wing than on my right wing. Therefore I will change to the 29L to make sure I have a reason balanced layout. So I want to increase my distance to the target area. And I also want to increase my altitude. As you can see, if I do not trim to the right, I will relatively fast roll to the left because I have many kilos on that side or under that wing. It is very important to note now that I need to be within permissible or designed launch parameters and pitch below 10 degrees and have my laser turned on before I get the launch authorized. So let's turn back towards the target area. slowly decreasing the throttle because I know I will be in a slight descent. Therefore I do not need that much airspeed. Flying paper into the general area, ground stabilize, find my target. It is there. Laser on, launch. It is very important that I now keep the laser on the target. And I do not make massive or violent movement. It is calm, steady flight. 6 seconds, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, impact. Beautiful. Beautiful, lasers off. And I now have 25 ml and 25L. The difference in those two are primarily the range. And don't forget that the squall can look 80 or 85 degrees straight down, so you can almost overfly the target while the laser is still pointing at the target. And right now is a very good time to say that clouds disrupt the laser. Laser spotting and laser guided weapons are extremely sensitive to atmospheric conditions. Clouds, dust, fog, smoke, everything. It is so sensitive. And let's turn the other way around. Throttle up, because we know when we are in a turn we will lose speed due to drag and angle of attack. Angle of attack is at 8 degrees, slip ball indicators in the middle, beautiful coordinated turn. And I know that there is no cloud directly above the target, so I should be pretty good. A pretty good field of fire. Fine paper, rough alignment, zooming in. Ten kilometers away. Target locked. 8 kilometers away. Lasers on. Launch authorized. Launch. And you can make slight rolls to avoid overflying the target. Just make sure it is smooth, controlled, relaxed movement. Lasers off. Target destroyed. The slower you go, the further away the weapon will impact the target. If I were flying 700 kilometers per hour instead of 350, I would be double or double the close to the target than if I was flying at 350. How you employ your weapons always is dictated by the enemy air defense. The enemy dictates when and where you can fire your weapons. So last one, it's a 25L. We're gonna take out another tank with this. Throttle all the way back, air brakes out. Ground stabilized. Target found. Target locked. See, at roughly 4.2 kilometers, you can fire this 25L. 6 kilometers. 5 kilometers. Lasers on. Launch authorized. Launch. Slowly deviating. Air brakes in. Splash. And please note that no timeout is being provided with that missile of that munition. So that is how you employ corrected munition or guided munition, laser guided and TV guided. So TV guided is launch and leave. Laser guided is much further away and much more precise. So, and laser guided can be used against moving targets, while TV guided is only against stationary targets. So that is it. See you next time at bomb guided bombs or corrected bombs.